as we get older, there's this one absolute non-negotiable that you need for effortless power. Okay, those young guys, they are turning the body, right? They're turning the body and they're getting this second source of power. These are the two main sources of power: body rotation and forearm rotation, right? Body rotation and forearm rotation. When they get both of those happening together, they're getting that whip at the toe of the club past the heel, and the body is creating a lot of that speed. But as we get older, I feel like I can speak to this now. I'm going to be 55 next year, and I've done a lot of experimenting with this too to discover how far can you actually hit it if you can't turn your body like those young guys can. And I'm finding that you can't hit it quite as far as they can, but you will be shocked by how far you can hit the ball with this one little move. And I call it the effortless power forearm rollover rotation. The effortless power forearm rollover rotation. And this is just this position right here where the arms are extended, the hands have rolled over, the club head has rolled over, right? And this position it's a non-negotiable because this is where all the pop onto the ball goes, and this is where all the speed comes from, okay? So it doesn't just square up the club face, which is a huge source of power, obviously, but it also makes the club travel faster. And here's what I mean. So almost everybody is making this move right here, right? This is that chicken wing move. Almost everybody really struggling with that elbow pointed up kind of chicken wing move right there. Feeling a couple of raindrops. We'll take all we can get here in the desert. So this is almost everybody's position right here, right? Here's the problem with it. Look where that club head is. It's a little bit in an open position, right? But the bigger problem here too is that if I just point this elbow down and get it close to my side, look where that club goes now, right? I'm not changing anything right here. I'm just going here. If I'm here and here, what does that tell you? It tells you if I'm chicken wing here, club head's way down here. It hasn't traveled as far. So it's not going as fast, right? So if I go elbows down, now look where that club head is over here. Elbow up, elbow down. So the club has traveled so much further. If you chicken wing, you're here. And if I'm at that exact same point in the swing, I'm here. So look how much faster that club is going to get all the way here at that exact same point in the swing. That's why this move here, this elbow down close to your side, pointed down, that leads to the effortless power forearm rollover release feeling here. It doesn't just make the club square at impact, which adds a lot of power, but it also makes it travel faster, which adds even more power. And that's why I'm finding that when I measure these, when I hit it with hip rotation and when I hit it with no hip rotation and just making that effortless power forearm rollover release, I'm hitting it almost, a little bit shorter, but not much at all. And the good news about this is that even if you're not going to be able to turn your body with that kind of speed, anybody can learn the effortless power forearm rollover release. That's just a skill that anybody can learn. And it doesn't happen overnight, obviously. You've got to practice it. And that's what I'm going to show you how to do here. So hit like, hit subscribe, enable those notifications. This is a continuing conversation. I'm always making these videos. A lot of this information I say to you over and over and over because you have to hear this stuff over and over. And that's why I have an online program where all of this stuff is laid out in order, and it's helped thousands and thousands of players. So if you want to get started with some free lessons, go to facefirstgolf.com to get started with that. So this effortless power forearm rollover release is something that absolutely anybody can learn. You can learn it and you can improve at it. And here's how we go about this. Here's a real simple way. So I've got a golf glove right here, and this is going to go under my arm, and this is going to give me the feeling of, because the feeling that we really want is we want this lead elbow pointed down right here, okay? If it gets up, That's your chicken wing that we were just looking at. The glove falls out, right? So a lot of people put the glove under back here, which is fine. That's another place where we want the elbow pointed down. We really want the elbows together and pointed down both in the backswing and in the follow through, right? Trail elbow points down in the backswing, the feeling of the elbows together right here. Now, lead elbow points down, feeling of the elbows together over on this side. So it's a very symmetrical kind of motion, but this is just, a lot of people work on it under the trail arm because they're working on this, which is fine. I mean, that's a good thing to work on as well. But for this purpose, we're putting it under the lead arm so that you can really just make some little swings here. And one really, really critical piece to this, the strong grip. If you watch any of my videos, you've seen me talk about this before. We really need to take this lead hand, move it over so that the V on that lead hand is pointed over towards this trail shoulder right here. Super important, okay? That is, when you look down at your hand, you should be able to see your third knuckle on the back of that lead hand. I don't care if you can even see a little bit of a fourth, okay? Because what that's gonna do is it's going to help you rotate the face over, which is what we want. It's the opposite of the hold off, chicken wing, open face move. We want that club face rotating and rolling over, right? So really important that we go to that stronger grip before any of this, okay? Now, we've gone to the strong grip, and now we're just gonna put the glove under that lead arm right here, and all we're really focusing on here is the feeling of elbows together. I want you to feel elbows together even at the start of the swing. I want you to feel elbows together right back here. This will even give you a little bit of that feeling of starting to make that good turn in the backswing. It helps you feel all of this working as one unit, but it's elbows together, elbows pointed down. Elbows together, elbows pointed down. Now I've got that good strong grip, elbows together, elbows pointed down, and we'll just hit one here starting with a really small, slow little swing. This is not gonna be much of a swing at all, but I'm going to go feet together, aim the face. This is a little routine you might have seen from some of my other videos. Now I'm going to go with these steps. I'm gonna step this one back, flare it, little hip bump right here. I've got that good strong grip. And now I'm just feeling this elbow, these elbows together and pointed down here. And look at that. I mean, that is, it didn't quite turn over, but that just flew the cart path out there. I mean, it does not feel like I'm even swinging the club. It literally feels like zero, no speed, no nothing. I mean, and you know, it didn't quite turn over, and it could have even gone further with no effort had I turned that club face over even just a little bit more, but it's so, I mean, it just really pops off the club face. So let me take you through this little routine one more time here. Feet together, ball in the center, right? Good, strong grip. We're taking that smaller step here, a little bit bigger step here and flaring it. There's this little hip bump. You have to watch another video of mine if you want all that instruction there though. But now we're all set up and we're just really working on this lead elbow pointed down kind of feeling here through the swing. Elbows together, elbows pointed down. Wow. I mean, that's a bomb right there. I mean, I don't know. That one flew. I mean, I see it rolling. There it's rolling right down, right in the center of the fairway right there. And I say it's a bomb. It's not a bomb. I mean, it's for what feels like a nothing swing, that ball is ripped and it's out there and it's running and it stayed in the air for a long time. So that's what I want you to really just realize, that you can create that effortless power and anybody can learn this. It's one of those things where this is a great way to feel it. It's going to take a lot of just work with these little smaller swings, really working on this feeling of elbows together, elbows pointed down, both in the backswing and in the follow through. If you want more on that little setup that I just kind of showed you there at the end, there's another video that's a really popular one. I will link to it at the end of this video. You can go straight to that. It's some great instruction on driver that will really go along well with what we just talked about here. So if you like this, hit like, hit subscribe, enable those alerts. And if you want to get started with some free lessons, go to facefirstgolf.com. I so appreciate the opportunity to share this information with you, and I hope it really helps you feel that effortless power. You can learn the effortless power forearm rollover release. Anybody can, and I really hope this helps you.